Hello, everyone. Want to welcome you to another session of Fred Speaks. And tonight I have a great subject. I know I say that a lot when I start off my podcast, but I try to talk about things that are near and dear to me, and that I feel that not only myself but others can relate to as well. Um, but my subject tonight is want to get away. And everybody is probably familiar with the Southwest airline advertisement about, people caught in embarrassing or awkward situations and calling for a quick exit, you know. And then followed by that, you hear the announcer's voiceover saying, want to get away. And I was thinking about some different situations in my life in which I was embarrassed or disappointed, sad or troubled, that I just wanted to get away from everyday life. And then I thought about um, in those moments, where where did I want to go? I mean, where could I go, to escape those moments or to ease my mind or get those things off my mind. And in all of those uh, situations or those moments, I realized I didn't have a destination. So I wasn't thinking about Hawaii, or I want to go to London, or I want to go to California, or I want to go to New York, or any of those things. I didn't have a destination in mind of where I wanted to go. But what I realized was I just had a strong desire to go somewhere far from my life, just to have some time away from everyday life. And then I was thinking about, like, okay, so if even if I had a destination, how long would I stay, or how much time would be required to get me back on track to face another round of life or reality. And I realized that, there is, um, there's no time that I mean, you may have that escape, but then it's like, okay, how much time is required? And it's like, you can't really put a number on that, but once you get away, um, that you start to feel more relaxed, and you feel like, okay, I can go back now, I can go back and face life. And if you're listening now or will be listening later, everyone can relate to a moment or moments in which you just wanted to be that supreme track star and run as fast and get as far away from whatever was causing you embarrassment or disappointment or trouble, or had you where you were sad or depressed. We all need a moment to decompress. To I think about the NBA, and they have an 82 game season. And then, if you're fortunate, the team is fortunate enough, they go into the playoffs, and and it could go all the way to the finals and championship. But when that's all done, it's a great weight on you, and you need to decompress, or have an escape from the grind. And so I feel that none of us are exempt from having those want to get away moments. um It could be daily, and it all depends on what's going on in your life. Um, I think there's probably not many of us where we are experiencing embarrassing moments, but most of us can relate to feeling having moments of disappointment or being sad or depressed or troubled about something. I think that we all can relate to that. And so, our first reaction when we have these moments is to get away. But I was thinking about the reality of this is that um running to the most beautiful, exotic, secluded location will not provide the permanent escape of life. But I do believe that we all need a time, a moment to get away and to just kind of, forget about, whatever it was we left behind, whatever was troubling us. And that's easier said than done because sometimes things can be troubling you so it doesn't matter where you go. You can go thousands of miles away and it can still be battling your mind, something that disappointed you, or the feeling of sadness or depression, whatever it is that's causing that. It could still be on your mind even though you're in a beautiful area, place, and you can be having drinks and all that kind of stuff and doing whatever, um and yet these things can be troubling you. So getting away is not a permanent escape because in reality, after you're gone for a few days, a week, or however long you decide to go, the reality is you gotta come back. You gotta come back and face life. And even if you moved away from wherever it was you were living, you moved away. The problem with that is that you can't get rid of you. So when you get to this other destination, um, you're gonna be there too. So all the things that have been battling your mind and all that stuff is gonna be there as well. Um, so you know, I just want to be real about it that these things we all have these moments, and they occur at some time in life. And like I say, it could be uh, a daily thing, or it could be weekly or monthly. But it's going to occur where you just want to escape, get away. I just want to get away from everything, everybody I know. I don't want to have any phone conversations. I don't want any text messages. I don't want any emails. I don't want to have any of that. I just want to just get away and be able to focus all my attention on something that I don't normally do in my everyday life. And that's why you find people that they will get away and they will try a lot of different things, and because it's trying to escape and to get away from what's normal, and in hopes of in doing these things that it will get my mind off whatever it was. It will cause me to decompress from a stressful job or whatever the situation is, a stressful relationship or marriage, and by getting away, this will be a vehicle to get me to a place where I'm more relaxed. I feel free. I feel calm, and I'm not worried about all the things that were troubling me before I left. So want to get away moments, uh, even it doesn't matter your age or whatever, we all experience it. And the thing is like I was saying earlier, is like even though I wanted to get away when I had my situation, my moments, I had no plan. I had no destination of where I wanted to go, but I just had that strong feeling that I needed to get away. I actually had something that occurred recently, and I was very hurt and disappointed, and more so in myself than anyone else. But I was disappointed in my actions, and so my first thought was I need to get away. And it just so happened that there was an event coming up, and so it kind of felt, everything kind of fell in line that okay, I'll do that. And by getting away, I will say that it was great. It was awesome. And but as the days started to come to a close of when I was going to have to return home, the thoughts started to come back to me of what I have to go back and face and what I have to deal with. And so want to get away moments give you a breather, but they're not a permanent fix. And so I think that when it comes to uh want to get away moments, um we have to see them as what they are, and they're just a time, a moment to escape, but they're not a permanent fix, or that we feel that we will achieve, because we do have to return to our everyday life. And like I was saying, if even if we don't return back to it, we can't get rid of us. So wherever we go, you know we're going to have to face the reality of our thoughts and the different things that we were sad or disappointed or depressed about. We're going to have to face those things and deal with them. But I agree that want to get away moments, they are needed. If you work a stressful job, and um, you know at some point you need to take a vacation. You need to be able to get away, um, leave your work phone, your laptop, all of that stuff. Leave all that behind and get away and enjoy yourself. Have a good time, and just don't even think about it. Don't even, just try to focus and put all of your energy and strength into enjoying yourself and having a good time. And but like I said, you you know that the reality of it is that you have to go back. But now you're refreshed. You're refreshed, and you're like, okay, now I'm ready to go back and face whatever it was I was dealing with. I've got the strength, the energy, and everything. I'm rejuvenated. I was able to decompress, forget about it, everything that I was dealing with, and now I'm ready. I'm ready to go back and face it, because it doesn't change the situation that you left behind just because you get away. Doesn't change that. But now you're rejuvenated, you're refreshed, and you're ready to go back and deal with it. So want to get away moments, they are great. They're great. And sometimes even, if you can't go anywhere, and let's say you have a family and everything, and you guys are used to like doing everything together, but then you have that moment where you're kind of like, man, I just need a break. And sometimes, just being able to take a drive, or to be able to go into the bathroom and take a nice bath and with no interruptions. Hopefully, everyone will cooperate in the family and not disturb you. But sometimes you may have to take that drive and just get away, kind of to yourself, and meditate, and just forget about everything. That everybody will be okay at the house, without me. They'll be okay. They'll be able to get through it. And when I return, and probably not as much time as I would like, but now I can go back. I got a little energy and strength that I can go back now and face whatever it is going on with the family. Um, but I just want to, to tonight to just talk about this subject because I think it is something that we all deal with, and so you shouldn't feel bad that you want to get away from family, friends, work, whatever the situation is that's kind of got you down and burdened down, depressed or sad, embarrassed or disappointed. You shouldn't feel bad about that. That you want a moment to get away, and the reality of it is those that you're trying to get away from or the situation, whatever. In reality, they have those same moments too, and they need their time to like get away and be to themselves, whether it's taking a weekend trip or doing a cruise or whatever it is. But it's good, and like I said, it causes you to or helps you to rejuvenate, uh, and now you're ready to get back at it. So I was just wondering if as you listen to this, or if you're listening, and I hope that uh, many can relate to this and have some comments, regarding this subject, because I think it's a great subject that we all deal with. And like I said, myself, I recently had one of those moments, and the first thought was I need to get away. And a lot of times that's your own body telling you you need a break. You need a break. And because you can go, and life is like beating you down and stuff, and you just ignore that. I need to do something for me. I need to get away. And so, some you get to that point where enough is enough, and it's like, okay, I gotta do this. I gotta do this for me. And don't think about it. You know what I'm saying? If you have the means and everything to do it, to be able to, take a trip or whatever, and get away. But if you don't have the means to do it, like I said, sometimes it's little simple things of as taking a drive or going to stay a night, somewhere, and just having that relief that, sometimes just going and get a hotel and just be like telling the family, look, just give me a night, give me a night. I just need to do this, and just being in a hotel situation where you're in a comfortable bed, being able to take a good, bath and a shower or whatever, and just being able to relax, no noise, no nothing, just having a moment. And so I know that the Southwest commercial just talks about people being in awkward situations, but I kind of wanted to expand on that, the want to get away, to that life will throw things at us, sometimes embarrassing, sometimes disappointment, that causes sadness or depression or just be in trouble. And just, having those moments where, you can get away and refresh, rejuvenate, and so you can get back at your daily routine. Because we all most of us, we have to work, we have a family and kids and different things, and or church or whatever. So we have a lot of different activities, sports and stuff like that, that we deal with, and sometimes you can just get so caught up in these things that you forget that, hey, I need to take some time. It's important. It's a necessary, that I do this. So I just to do a recap, I agree that we all need, and those moments where we can get away, and but I want everyone to be, you know uh, to understand that even though we have those moments where we get away, it is not a permanent fix. It's just to get us rejuvenated where we can come back and face our normal life. But it is not a permanent fix that okay, if I go on this vacation or if I take this trip or whatever, or I do this weekend thing, that um, everything is going to be perfect now. No, all I've done is gave myself a moment to decompress, to forget about everything for a moment. Don't worry about anything. And now I'm back to the point now where I can get back to reality. And because it's going to be another thing to come up, and I need to do this again. So, everybody out there, if you have a moment where, life is stressing you out or whatever, and you want to get away, there's nothing wrong with that. There's nothing wrong with that. And you should do that for yourself. And we all need to do it at some point in our lives. And so I just wanted to talk on this subject tonight. Great subject. And I hope, you'll be able to chime in and leave comments like or whatever of this podcast. But we're looking forward to the next session. And I want to wish everyone a good night.